Right, here we are. Let's say hello to everyone. Hello and good afternoon. Evening. Almost what? Yes. So, here we are again, more Bloodborne. I was a little bit worried because I had read the weather forecast, and I was expecting there's a little bit of jittering, and I wonder if that's gonna fix itself. Maybe let's do a saving. Let's do a quick save and quit while nobody's here. Nobody can see this happen. It is not a Beatrice stream unless there are like a million billion technical. So, I read the weather forecast. I was a little bit worried because the weather forecast was talking about wonderful things such as thunderstorms and like. So I was a little bit worried about that, but it seems like it's not going to hit until later in the night, which I am fine with because I am not planning this to be stream. I have an actual plan for the Bloodstone chunk. For 20 insight? 20 insight each? I think not. That's highway robbery. I don't think so. It's not. Wow. Okay. Thanks, guys. No. No, thank you. I was thinking that what we're gonna do is move on from the One Reborn. For some reason, Twitch ads seem to think I'm a much bigger fan of basketball than I am. You're just a massive fan of basketball. In Thafin, you love basketball. Basketball, your favorite sport. We love basketball in this house. I do have to say that out of all sports, the one that I am most interested in would be basketball. Would probably... Oh! This is where you get the gold Ardeo. For 60,000 Bleckos. For 60,000 Bleckos. I think that's a fair trade. I think that's a fair trade, don't you? I think that's a fair trade, don't you? Seems worth it. That's because it is. That's because it is. You are exactly correct. Oh, I should have checked on my singing monsters. Would that have been a good opening prank once again to just do that? Anyway, so playing for the stream. I'm not playing because I have to be somewhere somewhat early for me tomorrow. And when I say somewhat early, I mean about 10:30 in the morning. For me, that is early. If you understand the life I lead, that is pretty early. But so I'm planning on I have a plan. So what I'm going to do is we're going to move on, look around for a blood rock in the area after the One Reborn so that we can level up our amygdalin arm to +10, and then we're going to throw ourselves at the horse until it dies. After that, if it either I get bored of the horse or the horse dies, we'll probably call it there for the night. Show's coming up. Show is coming up, which means that it's a whole thing. It is a whole thing. I'm a little bit nervous, and I have to be off book. I should have been off book like 2 weeks ago, but again, as I have said before, I am a terrible procrastinator, and I am my own worst enemy. So, becoming off book is not necessarily easy for me. I have to feel the pressure, right? And I am feeling the pressure. So, that's what we're going to be doing tomorrow. We have like an area in some building downtown that we're renting out from like 10:30 to about 6, and we're just gonna sit there and we're gonna run lines, and it's gonna be great. It's gonna be a lot of fun, and I hope a lot of people are there. But then I also got cast in another show that I auditioned for. I am doing a lot of theater right now. This is obviously running against the stream schedule, and I have noticed that conversations about scheduling does not help without me prompting to do so. This is unfortunate, as the stream is indeed structured around the streamer. How lame. is that. So I'm going to have to probably set up a poll and set up something in the Discord for us to really get down into the nitty-gritty of the logistics of it all. Which sounds lame. Sounds boring. Sounds dumb. But whatever. Whatever. How was everyone else's day? What is everyone else doing? I'm looking for the upper cathedral key. Do I have it? Chat, did I pick up the upper cathedral key? Chat, did I forget the upper cathedral key? Did anybody see me pick up the upper cathedral key? I oscillate wildly between having all your... you oscillate wildly between having all your lines memorized within the first week and then having my lines memorized this day before the show opens. Some shows are hard to get. Some shows are hard to get. Okay, I'm gonna go get... Guys, I'm gonna go get the upper cathedral key, because the upper cathedral would actually be a really good place for us to go. The upper cathedral would really be a good place to go to, and I think it might have a blood rock. I think it might have a blood rock. I think it might have a blood rock. Does it have a blood rock? It does not, from what I see, so it might not be a good place for us to go to. It might not be a good place for us to go to. It might not be a good place for us to go to. But it might be fun. It might be fun. It might be fun. And it has good bosses in it that would be good for us to take on. It has good bosses for us to take on. Good content, you could say. The Upper Cathedral is full of content. I have to say, it is kind of nice. The Bloodborne streams are very cozy for me, because I have all my lights off, and I just... Oh! Frames! Frames! Okay! Up this... Follow the left wall until we map. Am I going the right way? You don't believe there's content in this game for a second, you can't trick me. Also, ads. That sucks. Sucks for you that you get ads. Kind of nice for me, though. Oh, dear God, no. No, 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 no. Ah! A gap in the wall. A gap in the wall. Lovely. Oh, hello, ma'am. Oh, guys, the frames aren't good for me either. Tell me if they're falling apart. Tell me if they're giving up on your end. Because I watched the VOD, and the one reborn boss fight was a literal... Uh-oh. Oh dear. I seem to have made quite the acquaintance. I think it's interesting how many weapons in this game, as a trick weapon, are basically just different flavors of a whip. This one is a living whip. If the frames get too bad, tell me, because I watched the VOD the other night, and the one reborn boss fight was a literal slideshow. And it didn't look like a slideshow on my end. Even in Streamlabs, it didn't look like that bad. So, obviously... Oh, dear. Oh, I didn't expect the big spinny. Obviously, there is a disconnect between what I see and what you see. I seem to have reached the wrong area, and that is my bad. That is my bad, and you may flagellate me. We'll have to go again. We'll have to go again, chat. Because we have to drop down into that cage. We have to drop down into that cage, which you may have noticed I did a poor job of doing. Indeed. Indeed. Maybe we should have killed the bell woman. If I remembered where she was. Indeed. At least we're getting a decent amount of souls. Hello. Bye-bye. Here. I think this is the place. There you are. Oh. Okay. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. I love that. But what I was saying earlier is that it's kind of nice for me to play Bloodborne every now and then because I turn off all the lights and I put a blanket around my legs. And I don't have to worry about the Beatrice model all acting up and stuff like that. I love her. I love her to bits. And I wouldn't have it any other way. But I don't have... Like, I don't know if the camera's in the wrong place. Or if I just have, like, bad lighting for the tracking. It's probably a little bit of both. Probably a little bit of both. Ah! Sir, lovingly, no. Okay, we're gonna have to use Blood Vial anyways. So it means that Beatrice doesn't track me the way I want to all the time, and I've been thinking that probably the best way to fix that, is to get the proper equipment. You know, actually invest in like a ring light and maybe a better camera placement, but you know, you gotta give money to make money. I think the biggest issue is that it hasn't gotten to a place where it bothers me enough to do something about it, right? And that's maybe... Ooh. Hi. Okay. How are we gonna get through this? I think we should drag him up here. First off, let's get that. Ah, look at that hyper armor. That was really nice. That was really nice. It hasn't gotten to the point where it bothers me enough to do something about it, which is a very, 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 very bad thing to do when you want to care about production quality. It is so unfortunate being a lazy perfectionist, right? It is such a self-defeating position to exist in. It is such a self-defeating position to exist in, because it's like, you know what the problem is, and it bothers you, but you don't have enough of the, like, you don't have enough of the discipline to actually do something about it. And that's on you. That is entirely your own fault. That is entirely your own problem. You are the one that makes that better. That's you. But, up until then, it's just gonna be the way it is. Oh, I thought there was a bloodstain here, and I was like, how on earth do I have a bloodstain in the Hunter's Nightmare without being online? Like, I know I killed myself in the Hunter's Nightmare, but I'm pretty sure I picked that bloodstain up. That would have been a great, like... We're gonna make our own creepypasta. There's just this bloodstain following Benita Franklin. Unknown whomst it belongs to. Alright. We need to go... Was it Advent Plaza? Ooh. Advent Plaza. Advent, as in the... celebration up until the birth of Christ. Advent. This is the birth plaza. The birthing plaza. Lovely. Mayhaps. Mayhaps. Great place to go. I love these things. What are these? We never see these things, I think. We never get to know what those things are. Very nice. Whatever they are, they're lovely. Absolutely, positively lovely. And here are all the Mensis scholars. Did you hear Murgo? All the Mensis scholars stacked to the rafters. Bunch of dweebuses. Dang it, I thought we were gonna get through the game with this reference. Nope, no, not a single thing references birth in this game. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. It is kind of crazy. Okay. This protagonist also has issues with just touching things, I think. This protagonist has issues with just putting their hands on stuff. It's like the Dark Souls 3 protagonist all over again. You may recognize this location. This location looks particularly familiar. Hello. This is the upper level of the area we went to earlier with the help of the tonsil stone. Ooh, they're splooging. Ew, 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 ew. Now it's a normal college experience. Getting hit by... Nope, nope, nope. We're gonna leave it. You know, you... Oh. Mr. Fantastic Stretcho arms. Very nice. Very nice. Stop it. Pardon me. I'm going to have to ask that you keep your splooge to yourself. Please. This is a public location. I'm expecting for someone to fall on my head. Yep, like that guy. I knew it. Yep, I knew it. Okay, it seems like they have one hit of hyper armor. Hey, what? You heard me. You heard me. I bet these guys are really weak to the tiny Tonitrus. We should try. We should try. The amygdalin arm is a very fun weapon. A lot of the weapons from the DLC are really quite very good. Really quite very good. I always try to get to the DLC as quickly as possible because they were also very kind enough to have most of the DLC weapons be early. Here he comes. Oh, what happened to his textures? What happened to his textures? No! I found the reality breaking button. He's normal now. He's normal now, and he had a bunch of bullets in him. I broke his textures. You know we're gonna have to do that again. We're gonna have to try that again. If I get hit through the wall, I'll be mildly perturbed. Are they all on the ceiling? Yep, there they are. Look at them. I'll be mildly perturbed. Aw, he has a rash. Do you think it's like... Do you think these guys can still get hurt by stuff like poison ivy? Do you think these guys still... Oh! A higher level communion. Higher level communion. Do you think these guys still get hurt by, like, poison oak? Or have they ascended beyond the ability of getting a rash from a certain point? What? Church giant. It's the church giant, everybody. Hello, everybody. It's the church giant. Ow! Stop. 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 Bad student. Bad student. Skin irritation comes even for the old ones. I hope not. Bloodstone chunk. Not what we're looking for. We're looking for a rock. Bloodstone rock. We must be getting close to it. We're nearing the end of the game, I think. Hello, sir. You have fiery hands. Yes, every educational institution has the church giant. Every educational institution has the church giant. The resident large man. This guy would be awesome on the Nightmare of Mensis basketball team. Oh, it all ties back to basketball. What did we say? Come on. Yeah, I was really hoping that... I was worried that I had gotten greedy there. Now, I'm gonna punish. What? Nope. We are allowed to revel in our hubris, children. Hey! Look who it is! Dude!
This cannot be. You cannot be.
You literally just knocked over all our stuff.
Lord Amygdala? Oh, how did this come to pass?
Patches is a spider in this one. Isn't that exciting?
Now, wait just a moment. Do you think ill of me? Me?
Of course I think ill of you!
Pains me to hear it. You've made yourself a misreckoning. I shared with you a thing most secret. witness to a miracle. And
Oh,
all
hey,
the
happy
stronger
Good
for
Friday,
it.
everybody. Are you ready for Jesus to come
It's
back?
plain as a pikestaff. Now, say in my heart, you were as a lamb to my God. Well, you weren't to know, and it wasn't for you to know. All's well that ends well, I say.
Devious laughter. Is he gonna come back as a spider? Jesus? I hope not. That would give a lot of people with arachnophobia, like, a lot of issues.
No matter. Such details are trifling. We're fast friends by now. Let this express what words cannot.
Anti-clockwise metamorphosis.
Oh, doubt me not, sweet compeer.
I don't know what a compeer
What
is.
is friendship?
That's a word I haven't heard before.
But a chance encounter.
Oh, don't get philosophical on me. That's my job. This is my channel, not yours. I'm looking up compeer real quick. Peer is in it, so it's probably like compatriot peer. Compeer financial. No. 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 A person of equal status or rank, a peer, a comrade, companion, or associate, the equal or peer of someone else, someone who is a close companion or associate of someone else. So it's literally just companion peer. They just smushed the words together. They made a portmanteau of companion and peer and said compeer and thought they were being efficient? Yeah, the term is considered obsolete in modern usage. Did peer exist at the same time? Did peer exist, or did peer come from compeer? Like so many of his 20-something compeers, he just had to get a tattoo, thank you, Merriam-Webster, contends that no military commander of modern times ranks as the compeer of Alexander the Great. We'll never see another Alexander the Great because of nuclear weaponry. Nuclear weaponry makes it impossible for a mind like Napoleon or Alexander the Great to flex their military greatness, because anyone who has a nuclear weapon is capable of utterly eradicating the entirety of the human race with it. So we're never going to see a compeer of Alexander the Great, Merriam-Webster. Come on. No. So, like, that's interesting. I'm really mad about compeer. Okay, is compeer older than peer? No, we're not getting stuck on this.
That was uncharitably done. That was uncharitably done, dear friend.
I honestly have no clue what just came over me. I really got upset about compeer. My bad, Patches. Can we open his door? Yeah, that was uncharitably done indeed. Wow, I got just like, I just got possessed by a murderous rage. I'm sorry, Patches. I don't think he does anything else if that makes you feel better. I just really want to... Hey, we killed him with the hand of his own god. No, that's perfect, right? Like, what could be more... Don't do it. What could be more poetic than Patches being smushed to death by the hand of his own god? He tried to kill me using a amygdala. I killed him using the severed arm of his own murder instrument. Or attempted murder instrument, really. Really, nothing could be more poetic. No spiders allowed. Master Willem was right. Evolution without courage will be the ruin of our race. I don't know what that means. Oh, trust me, there will be plenty of spiders ahead. Yes, this weapon's so good. Whoever decided to combine Dragon Tooth with a whip is inspired. Someone during the Bloodborne design phase really liked whips. 3. I think we're at 2. I think we're at 2. There's 4 total in the game. There is 4 total third chords in the game, which feels odd. Whips are cool. Whips are cool weapons, and they usually suck in the I was about to say in the Elden Ring series. Whoops, in the Souls games. Whips usually kind of suck in the Souls games, and they are cool. They really are cool. The Warframe farm is getting so bad, I gotta tell you. The Warframe farm is getting so bad that I had an actual, literal, honest-to-God dream that I got Defiled Snapdragon. I have been thinking about that stance mod so much that I had a dream that I got it. Hi, Murgo. Literally crying about it. Somebody get a wambulance for this guy complaining about farm in his farming simulator. Thanks, Murgo, keeping me humble. Uh-oh. Ew. At least we have a weapon that's actually capable of killing the maggots with. That's good, because we can hyper armor them and it swings directly downward. Yeah, that weapon kills the maggots with heat. Very nice. And welcome back to the Nightmare Frontier. This time, different than it was. Die. Die. Hello, Cobalt. I didn't ping right. Oh, did I mess up? Did I mess up? Excuse me, let me turn off my screen capture for a second. At more instead of everyone. How did I do that wrong? How did I do that wrong? How do you guys even... I just thought it was a slow night. I just thought it was a slow night. How do you guys even put up with me lovingly? How do you guys even put up with me lovingly? You would think that after about 6 months of doing this, I would have some semblance of skill. Oh dear. You came at a good time. You came at a very good time. We're looking for a rock. Not Iraq. A rock. Good lamp. I want to check on something real quick. I'll be back. I want to check on something real quick. You missed me freaking out about the word compier. How's your day been? How is your lovely Friday? How's the audio, actually? I know we're almost 30 minutes in. But I have not asked about the audio yet, which feels like a lack. Rock and Stone? I actually liked Deep Rock Galactic. It was a fun game to play with friends. What's your favorite Deep Rock Galactic class? What is everybody's... I don't know if you were referencing Deep Rock Galactic. Yeah, the compier rage was intense. Someone died. Someone did end up dying for that. That was kind of crazy. It's all Inthafin's fault, actually. They were here. They saw it happen and they didn't stop me. They didn't stop me. It was insane. I don't know. I've just been playing a lot of Warframe again as of late because it's the anniversary season. And some bloodstone. 12 should. Hence the beer. I like Engineer Gaming. I freaking love the Engineer because I love turrets. I love setting down a turret and then ignoring it. It's very good. It's very fun. Oh. Oh dear. Oh my. Oh dear. I didn't realize I needed more for the Logarius wheel. My bad. You've been getting a deadlock? Oh! Huh. Digger is pretty good. I always love when I have a digger in my expedition. Because I love being able to actually traverse the area. Would fit well with, the cursed apple, methinks? Is that where Deadlock takes place? Is that where Deadlock takes place? I should submit Beatrice as a design to Valve and be like, put her in your video game. Put her in your video game. Nightmare of Men. Yeah, because Deadlock is not just a hero shooter like Overwatch. It actually has like the lane mode. Or went to supernatural phenomenon. That does sound really good. Beatrice would fit really well in that. You're absolutely correct. Dang. If only I worked at Valve. Ah! Yep, so everybody's favorite status effect. Frenzy is caused whenever you're in the eyesight of that glowing orange thing. Isn't that exciting? Isn't that exciting? So now we're playing a stealth mission with whatever is causing the frenzy up. And unfortunately for everyone involved, poor Bonita Franklin does not have the greatest of frenzy resistance. It's just like that one dragon. Which dragon? I'm intrigued by the concept of this dragon. Don't do it. He's got maggots in him. He's got maggots in him. FromSoft loves their maggots. The one that if it sees you, it shoots fire at you. Yes! They love their environmental hazards like that, where if you just go outside and you freaking die because they don't want you to play their video game. Even normal traversal is a nightmare. Hence the name, The Nightmare of Mensis. Wow. This is not safe. My frames! The nightmare is so real, it destroys even your frames. We actually ended up, so my sister came over, and we all went to the living room, and we had ham and mashed potatoes because of Good Friday? I don't think it was because of Good Friday, but it just so happened to be Good Friday. And we watched Pirates of the Caribbean, and I am reminded about how good the first Pirates of the Caribbean actually is as a movie. Like, that is a pretty darn decent film. That is a pretty darn decent film. Ow. And I am also constantly reminded that most people know Pirates of the Caribbean as a film franchise. They forget that Pirates of the Caribbean was a ride first. I think that that is quite interesting. Like, my sister did not know that the ride came first. The movie was made for the ride, because in the early 2000s, Disney was kind of running out of ideas, in my humble opinion. I don't actually know if that was true, but they were kind of floundering after the Renaissance, after Howard Ashman passed away. They kind of just didn't really have the forward momentum to keep their victories going. So they instead started just kind of making a bunch of movies based off of their rides. How many of y'all have seen... Oh, we gotta go back and change, because I promised Zareth, who will not be present, because they are an enemy of the state and a coward, that we would change over to urns next stream. And even though Zareth will not be here to keep me honest, I must do as I promised. So we have to go back and put urns on our lovely messengers. So, who here remembers when Disney was in their rides era? Because we have Pirates of the Caribbean, which was the only franchise that went somewhere, right? Pirates of the Caribbean had a very successful 3-film franchise and then a bunch of other films that weren't very good. Thought he wanted ribbons? You wanted the urns. You wanted the urns. Cobalt, you are here to keep me honest. You are here to keep me honest. Thank you, Cobalt. Thank you, Cobalt. It's you who keeps... No, so Pirates of the Caribbean was the only one that turned into a successful film franchise, with the first 3 movies doing quite well. With Dead Man, I really want to watch Dead Man's Chest now, because if I remember rightly, people consider Dead Man's Chest to be the best of the 3, and I want to be able to judge that for myself. I remember not really liking At World's End. Even as a kid, I didn't like At World's End because I thought it was really gross. I don't know if that's a fair assessment of the film, but I didn't like At World's End. The reason why we're always parrying those guys is because if you don't kill them with fire or a parry, they burst into maggots, which you can probably imagine is really annoying in this section of the area. Is that an item? That must be. There must be. No, there isn't. I've been duped. I've been duped and deceived and lied to. But they also tried to make Haunted Mansion with Eddie Murphy, and this was the height of Eddie Murphy's fame. This was at the height of Eddie Murphy's fame, and that movie did not do well. Haunted Mansion was not considered that good. Having rewatched it somewhat recently, yeah, I agree. Most I know that Pirates of the Kingdom Hearts did a silly sense of getting stabbed in the tummy. They did? He doesn't even, like, the point of that stab is to show that he's cursed too. What did they do? That's a really important moment. What did they do? That's, wow. I didn't realize they even censored that. I know Disney is really weird about, like, beheadings and stuff like that. That movie is really, 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 really graphic for a Disney movie. Like, most of the time it's slapstick violence, but there are some people dying on screen in kind of brutal ways, or just off screen in kind of brutal ways. And I like that. Just didn't show the stab itself, it was off screen. Oh, like, actually some of the deaths in the actual movie. They kill a lot of British redcoats in that movie. But there is a good amount of blood, and there's a good amount of people getting shot, actually. There's a lot of people getting shot by, like, muskets and other various weapons at the time. Your opinion as to why Haunted House or Haunted Mansion Pirates is actually well written? Haunted Mansion was absolutely well. I was reading that and I got smushed for it. No, you're absolutely correct. Haunted Mansion is not written well. Most of the things that people remember Haunted Mansion for are for the actually decent performances from the actors and the singing heads. Which is also what people remember the actual ride for. So at least it's consistent. Okay, we're gonna stay here for the eye. Those guys might die due to frenzy. I hope they die due to frenzy. I would rather not die due to frenzy. They gave us a million billion sedatives before we came here. Oh, you're still mad about it. I didn't mean to edge walk at him. My controller's having issues with drift. Come on, frenzy, 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 frenzy. Oh, wow. That was a lot of damage. That wasn't even frenzy. That was just the damage from the eye. Over time. And fun fact about the singing heads. So the singing heads are all pretty, like, important singers for Disney at the time. And they are, I don't remember the names of all of them. But there is one who looks a lot like Walt Disney. And a lot of people think it is Walt. But let me tell you, it is not Walt. It is a singer known as Thurl Ravenscroft. And Thurl Ravenscroft has a very interesting career. He mostly played God. So he read as God in like a bunch of audiobooks and played him in several things. Or he was a bass baritone singer for multiple choirs, including a lot of work for Disney. If there is a low voice in a choir or in a movie, it's probably Thurl. But you might also know Thurl Ravenscroft for providing the voice of Tony the Tiger. He was the original They're Great! He was also the original singer of the Grinch song. Fun fact, the original singer of the Grinch song was a man named Thurl Ravenscroft. You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. And I'm like, if anyone is gonna sing the Grinch song, is that how you spell it? He grink! Yes, he did grink. He did grink. Thank you for knowing he grinked. Thurl. He was also going to be the voice of, Ichabod Crane in Ichabod Crane and Mr. Toad. But that was actually given to Bing Crosby. Yeah, no, Tony the Tiger was originally a baritone singer for a lot of cartoons and stuff. And the Grink. So that's one of the singing heads. He looks like Walt Disney. He's not. He's Thurl Ravenscroft, who is has one of the coolest names ever for one of the coolest voices ever. I think he passed away in the 80s or the 90s. And so the Haunted Mansion was not very good. Yes, this is all leading back to Haunted Mansion being not very good. And reminds me of the short I saw that does a really good Michael Jackson. Oh god. Oh god. I don't want to die. I have a lot of souls in that, man. I'd rather not die. Yes, you're such a good rock thrower. Okay, item, bloodstone chunk, bloodstone shards. How about we just run past him? How does that sound? That sounds lovely to me. How about you guys? I got places to be. This giant verdigris door seems like a great place to be. But, so yes, Haunted Mansion did not go well. Pirates of the Caribbean made a... Those eyes? Oh. Less than... Pirates of the Caribbean made a lot of money. What was the other franchise they tried to do? See what I said about spiders? Anybody with arachnophobia, look away now. Look away now. Big arachnophobia content warning. Please and thank you. I probably should have put that somewhere. But, yes, so, another thing that they tried to do was the Country Bear Jamboree. Who remembers the Country Bear Jamboree? Ow, 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 ow. Spiders. Spiders. Ow, spiders! Okay, this is less than ideal. Yep, I know this one can hit me in here. Oh dear. How easy are you to stagger? Not very. Well, how am I supposed to get to you? How am I supposed to get to you? Is there anything... Is this how we're gonna do it, chat? Ow! It can still hit me through the wall. So we're just gonna do this. We're gonna go back and forth and hit each other through the wall. Okay, there was a stagger. I like spiders, cool guys. I like spiders too. I think they're wonderful bugs. We were talking about bugs earlier in the Discord, and I wanted to ask, is there any bugs you actually like, Cobalt? Oh, Quicksilver bullets. Okay. Oh, I could have hit them with the tiny... Hopefully... Ooh, Shaman Bone Blade. That will make a later boss way easier. That's going to be fun. Spiders are not bugs, though. Yeah, they're not, but they're bug adjacent. They're bug adjacent. Would you say that's fair? Also, butterflies and moths. I love moths so much. Look at this individual. He's using a sword. Oh god, I didn't realize the Ross Marinus was going to do that much damage. I didn't realize the Ross Marinus was going to do that much damage. Okay. Oh, a Brightus. We can do that. We can do the Augur. We can do the Augur. Okay. This guy actually hurts a lot, but we do a lot of damage to him, so if he doesn't have a lot of healing... Spraying mist for the church plants! I don't want to be the church plant. Yeah. Okay. Alright, that wasn't that bad. That wasn't that bad. That guy's gone. He's done. He's done for. That guy was not that bad. That guy was not that bad. But we are a little bit lean. LOL, auto-modded. I'm sorry you were auto-modded. Why were you auto-modded? Ah! I'm dropping my phone. I'm dropping my... It's so embarrassing. I'm dropping my phone. Let me It didn't catch it. Okay, I will be able to catch the next one. I will be able to catch the next one. Oh, man. I have it open. I have it open now. I promise. I promise I'm a professional. Alright, so let's see. There was like a weirdo guy walking around. Is that an eyeball with spider legs and a tree growing out of it? That seems like something from Don't Starve. Is that what that game is called? Don't Starve. My brain is only offering Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared, which I'm sure an eyeball with legs and a tree growing out of it. Try it again so you can catch it. Allow. It was, yes, GTFO was the term that it didn't like. We'll try again. Most insects I'd rather not interact with other terms. Yeah, I understand that. I also have, like, I don't mind bugs. I actually quite like bugs in most contexts. I just the mere idea of them touching me makes me want to turn my skin inside out, which is bad. I don't want them to touch me in any meaningful context. And so I get really upset if they're close to me. But I do like bugs. I think they perform wonderful services for society. I don't like mosquitoes. I have literally no redeeming thoughts about mosquitoes. I find them utterly deplorable animals. You love bugs. Well, we gotta have at least one person in chat who loves bugs. Here, our shortcut. Our shortcut. Dragonflies are neat because they eat. I like dragonflies as a creature quite a bit. I'd freak out if they were flying near me, but I do like dragonflies as a bit. A lot of flying bugs are genuinely incredibly beautiful. I just do not want them to fly anywhere near me. I live in an area with a lot of June bugs, and June bugs are a very interesting creature. I don't know if you guys are privy to the inner workings of the June bug, but they are indeed less than ideal creature in most circumstances. I do not like them. I do not understand them. I do not want them near me. And they are very dumb. They're very stupid. And they have Murgo's Loft base. They have a tendency to make their death everyone else. I do not like them. Do not like them. I'm thinking about you. I'm afraid they're going to come out. I don't think they have inner workings. Yeah. I just know they're going to come out in force because it's been really rainy. I love thunderstorms so much. I don't really like severe thunderstorms. They're kind of scary, but I love thunderstorms. But thunderstorms means bugs. After the thunder is over. I don't even know if we need to kill these guys. I'm curious when the next cicada storm's going to happen. I don't know. Cicadas are beautiful. I hate cicada shells. I have a lot of issues with cicada shells. I really don't like them. I really don't like them. I think they're really gross. They really fall into I don't want to get touched by bug thing. Woo! That shoulder bash is very reminiscent of the shoulder bash that Crystal Hollows have in the Duke's Archive. Ow! Stop pushing me. I know I hit you. Oh, are they like, okay, we're even. You know what? I just had the most evil thought. I was thinking of Eddie Murphy, right? Because of Haunted Mansion. I was thinking of Eddie Murphy. I was like, I should rewatch Daddy Daycare. Daddy Daycare was unfortunately one of the movies we had on CD, and it was a movie that I rewatched daily, probably 5 or 6 times a day for a good amount of time. I watched a lot of Daddy Daycare. Daddy Daycare probably does not hold up in the slightest. Daddy Daycare is probably really bad. I should watch Daddy Daycare. But did I talk about the Country Bear Jamboree? Have I gotten to the Country Bear Jamboree yet? Have I been meandering around Country Bear Jamboree? I literally cannot remember if I mentioned the Country Bear Jamboree. Anyways, so that was one of the films that Disney tried to make work with when they were like, oh, people really like Pirates of the Caribbean, let's make a bunch of movies about our rides, because obviously it wasn't the good writing of Pirates of the Caribbean that made people like it. It was the fact that it was based off of one of our rides. So they made a bunch of movies about their rides, and one of them was the Country Bear Jamboree, which had puppets and costumes provided by the Jim Henson Creature Shop. Thank you. At least I mentioned it. The Jim Henson Creature Shop provided costumes and puppetry for the Country Bear Jamboree, which is insane. Which means the actual Country Bear costumes are quite good. And they had tons of high-profile actors and actresses of the time. It has a cameo from Elton John, from Queen Latifah. Like, there's some big names in it. And it's the freaking Country Bear Jamboree. Oh, and Christopher Walken plays the bad guy who's mad at the Country Bears, and he wants to destroy Country Bear Hall because he lost in a talent show to the Country Bears. What was his talent? Armpit farting. That's the actual plot. Also, that's the corporate executive perspective. It's never writing or performance. It's the brand. It's my brand. And if people don't want the brand, if people don't like the movie, it's because the brand is bad. They're like, we bought Star Wars. Star Wars is a moneymaker. Why isn't Star Wars making money? Oh, it's because the brand is bad. I like this guy's jester hat and crossbow. That's a very good combination. Jester hat and crossbow is a very strong combination. Oh, I don't like that it does rapid poison, though. They fell off a little bit in my eyes, these little jester hat men with their rapid poison crossbows. I want this one. Are you dead? Of course you're not. It would be too simple if you died. Yes, run, little man! Run, little man, as fast as you can! No one escapes the clutches of Bonita Franklin. When she wants her prey, she has it. Alright. Okay, not who I was aiming for. And I can't just shoot him because the gun doesn't do enough damage. There we go. Alright, let's get this one. Let's get this one. No! Nice. That would have been a half parry if we were close to her. That's why we were a little bit away. Marvelous. Yes. Oh, is that a reference to Marvelous Chester from Dark Souls 1? Deep cut, if so. Deep cut reference, if so. I really like that reference, if that's so. I don't know. The Country Bear Jamboree is such a weird freaking quote-unquote ride. I guess you would call it an attraction, right? The Country Bear Jamboree counts as an attraction. Yeah, because he uses a crossbow. Chester was supposed to use a black Zweihander, and then they cut it for whatever reason. Something. Oh! Hey, guys! You like dogs and the crows, the two most annoying enemies in the game? Well, we combined them. The nightmare indeed! The real nightmare is the awful combinations we found along the way. That's so funny. Oh god, and a crow dog! They really did win. We just combined the worst enemies in the game. I'm not familiar with Murgo's Loft. This is a lot because I haven't actually ever beaten Bloodborne. The final part of this game is going to be completely new to me. Because the only way that I played Bloodborne was on my friend's PlayStation. On my friend's PlayStation 4. So actually getting to the end of Bloodborne is an exciting but bizarre circumstance for me. So a lot of this later bit's probably going to be a lot of blind play. And I actually don't know if there's a Blood Rock in Murgo's Loft. I probably should look that up if we ever want to get some attempts on if we ever want to get some attempts on Ludwig the Accursed. Very nice. This weapon's quite good. Kin cold blood. We was kin! You killed my brother. What is that from? You killed my brother. He was my kin. Huh. Can't say. I don't remember. Hunt the beast, Beast Hunter. I'm trying my best. I need to rewatch Ghost Stories. Ah! Yet another. Yet another. This lamp is turning out to be quite the hub. Wait! We forgot to put the urns on the head of the little. We forgot to put the urns on. Yes, very nice. Messenger Urn Festival, everybody. We've done it. Finally, the game can be completed. Maybe I should throw everything down the trash chute and just do a chalice dungeon. That would be lovely, I think. Yeah, tee-hee. Tee-hee, potheads. Tee-hee, potheads. They engage in the devil's lettuce. Tee-hee. Blood Rock. Because I do want to get... A Barrow Katir is here. How many of y'all talked to Barrow Katir today? Probably gonna play a little bit of Bloodborne. But then I have to go to to bed. Oh no. Oh no, my friends. Oh no. Guys, in order to get a Blood Rock, we have to kill Mikolash. We have to kill the next boss. My lovelies, we have to kill the next boss for a +10 weapon. You brought Prime Redirection for your Hildren. Hildren is an interesting frame. Hildren is a very interesting frame. Who here is, like, utterly obsessed with Hildren? Hildren is one of the frames in the game for me. I have Hildren Prime because I was trying so hard to get Wisp Prime. I really wanted Wisp Prime. And Wisp Prime is one of my favorite frames in the game. But I ended up getting like 2 copies of Hildren before I got Wisp Prime. Isn't that how it goes? Hello, Murgo. So that raises the question. I guess we need to I guess this is a Mikolash stream, everybody. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh my, sorry. Wisp Prime is bae. I do love Wisp Prime. I've been playing a lot of Korra Prime recently. I got Folly in 1 day of grinding. I was pleasantly surprised by how quickly I got Folly. Wisp Gemini, is that one of the skins? Oh, these guys do not give... These guys do not give rally. These guys... Oh, interesting. Go one of two ways. If you go down the main way, do you summon the puppet? These guys remind me of the puppets in Twilight Princess. The puppets in... Oh, well. Here he is.
Ah, cause. Or some say cosm. Do you hear our prayers? No, we shall not abandon the dream. No one can catch us. No one can stop us now.
Freaking love this dude a lot, actually. I love Mikolash a lot. Oh, what's her name? Marie? Marie is the Gemini version? Yeah, I don't use any of the proto-frame skins. First of all, because they're like 200 platinum, and I'm not going to spend 200 platinum on them. And second of all, because, I don't know. They're not my thing. Okay, guys. This is the question. Do we cheese him, or do we fight him legitimately? Do you guys want to see an actual Mikolash fight, or do you want to see me cheese the bejesus out of him? Ow. This is the question. No one can stop us now. No. Ow. The stupid puppets. I don't like that the puppets, you can't rally off of them. That feels lame. Who says Cossum? Who says that? Arthur for, also try regular fight first? Of course. That makes sense. For those who have not seen it. Because you guys haven't seen the fight, that would make sense. That's a good call. So, Arthur, I really like as a character, actually. I like Arthur as a proto-frame a lot, and as a character. I feel like he was created in a lab to be hot, and I really like that energy for him. I don't know. I really like Warframe 1999. I think that is that could be a standalone game. It's a very good experience. Okay. Let's try smacking him over the head with the normal amygdalin arm. How interesting.
Oh, majestic! A hunter is a hunter, even in a dream. But alas, not too fast. Nightmares rose, churns unending.
I freaking love this guy's line. 1999 was not the era I grew up in, but that does mean that you have something in common with the creators of Warframe. I like 90s nostalgia. It is not the era I grew up in, but I really do like 90s nostalgia. I like it better than 80s nostalgia. Ooh. I have yet to pick. I have never chosen a romance partner in 99. I don't know. I don't know. I think I'd feel bad. Ow. That was Mikolash. I typically... So my problem with romance, if you think Arthur is hot, Eleanor would have to be too. Eleanor is indeed hot. Eleanor is also hot. I think Eleanor is a different kind of hot, though. She's competent hot, right?
Of course. Some say cousin.
Oh, hello. Oh. This boss combines a lot of things that people don't like about boss design, such as Mook boss and spends the whole time running away. And when I say competent hot, I don't mean that Arthur is incompetent. He is. But he's a different, like, Eleanor oozes confidence, and Arthur doesn't do the same. You know what I mean? Am I making sense there? Does that make sense? But Eleanor probably wouldn't. Out of all of them, I feel like she's the one that they're all competent just in different ways. Incredibly correct. I feel like Eleanor is not the one I choose out of them. I would rather be Eleanor's friend. I feel like I'd have really good conversations with Eleanor. And see, this is my problem with romance in games. Is that I overthink it. Because in all actuality, you should just be able to romance the target. And in 1999, they specifically give you the ability to romance multiple characters. Mikolash, please. But I would feel really bad for doing the reset and taking away their memories and then dating someone else. You choose Temple? Yeah, it kind of sucks that Minerva... Like, I understand why Minerva and Velimir were not chosen. Because they are in a marriage, and their story is about getting their marriage back together. But it does suck that Temple's not allowed either. But I guess Temple is about getting Temple into a relationship with their guitar? Which is interesting, I suppose. What is this? I think these enemies respawn. I love marionette enemies, I just don't like these ones. At least we can stagger lock them with the amygdala arm. Quincy called you on not having a partner once. I just don't want to be in a little defunct coming up as well. Viscerally, yeah, I don't want to take away their memories. That feels so just fundamentally wrong to me. Not saying you're wrong for doing it, you're just interacting with the game systems as they have created them, and that's fun. That can be fun. It's just not fun for me. Sorry, I was trying to grab the iron door key. So he was doing his ow. Freaking love Mikolash. I don't care that they're pixels, it makes me feel bad. Yes, exactly. That is me in every video game ever. Unfortunately, I feel bad about the pixels. I can't. I'm sorry. I feel bad about the pixels. Also, Temple Story is about them to hop on and comment and come back up. Yeah. Yeah, that is one of the coolest thing about it, but it's also horrifying for the context of the other frames because they will eventually lose themselves. Screw you and Trotty. And Trotty is such an interesting character. He's such an interesting character. Top viewers on stream, boo! Look who's back, everybody. He's the boat. It's a stream tradition to have the bot here. Alright. Oh, we have to go find which mirror he jumped into. Hope you guys aren't getting tired of his boss theme. So, this is where the cheese is. Do you see him down there? If we're up here, he jumped through the mirror. So he's down there. We can stand here and just throw poison daggers at him. And he'll run through the door, teleport back, and we'll just keep throwing the poison daggers, and he'll never move. We can just keep throwing the daggers. But we don't have to do that this time, because we can actually engage with the boss fight if you guys want. Well... Ow. My big problem is that these guys give no rally. I'd really rather they gave rally. Okay. Time to go find how to get to him. Literally no one says cause him, brother.
As you once did for the Vacuous Rom.
I love Hope Wallace had the temple blueprint the entire time and never actually Ellie and his doing brains to it. Okay, I really like Ballas as a character. I really like Ballas as a character. They could not have written a more perfect man to hate. Everything about him, and the thing is that he's not just like a hate sink. He's an actual real developed character. Like, you understand what he's doing and why, and I like that a lot. I like that a lot. Bloodstone Chunk. He's like, what is Jacob Lash from, if I may ask? And here we are. Oh, did you see what he was trying to do there? And that's another problem that people have with this fight. Now he's gonna go ham. So he casts Augur, which is already a pretty difficult spell to dodge. But then he also casts a Call from Beyond, which is a genuine, like, one-shot spell. We need to deal with this. Yep, there it is! There it is! Yep! Jacob Lash is just a deadlock character. Currently his bio is That's awesome. Scientifically created to be the worst guy ever, with emphasis on him still being an actual guy and not a caricature. Exactly correct. Exactly how I feel about it. Exactly how I feel about it. Because his psychology is so correct. His psychology is so correct. This is the perfect example of a man who has never been told no. Perfect example of a man who has never been told no. Great character. Like, great character. Not a caricature. So that's the Mikolash fight, and that's why people don't like it. Because you go through all that, you run through, you fight a bunch of enemies, you kill all of them, you get to his room, and then he one-shots you with a really difficult to dodge spell. Symptoms of never being punched in the face. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure that Ballas got punched in the face a lot, it's just that it never stuck. I'm interested to see. I'm pretty sure the next proto frame is going to be Nitok. I'm pretty sure the next proto frame is going to be Nitok, and it's going to be that's my Murgo impression. I hope it was picked up. I'm pretty sure it's going to be Nitok, and I'm pretty sure she's going to be a Garuda proto frame. And I really like that idea. And they're gonna do another thing with, like, with Roth. At least that's my prediction. It is not certain. Rhino proto frame would be really cool. Rhino proto frame. Hey. Okay. Okay. Yes, go this way. Go this way. Let us fight in your room. Okay, so let's ignore him for now and kill his poopets. Hello, Poppet. Because we watched Pirates of the Caribbean. Oh, you're right there. Oh God, it's quite evasive. I want a Gauss proto-frame. I do like the idea of Gauss proto-frame and, what's his name? Amir duking it out over who's faster. That would be really funny. It's... it's literally Sporticus. I love Sporticus! I also love Robbie Rotten. Lazy Town. That's gonna be my I didn't have an April Fool's stream, and that's a feels bad. I know Nikki had a great idea for an April Fool's stream, and I just didn't do it, and that's my bad. Oh, you're still playing around. And I just didn't do it, and that's my bad. That is my bad. Did I even stream on April Fool's? Yesterday was April Fool's, right?
Hunter is a hunter,
Even in a dream.
But alas, not too fast. The nightmare's swirls and churns.
I gotta send a video to the Discord after this about this fight. Alright, so do we cheese him or give him another honest try? Do we cheese him or give him another honest try? Dude, when in his 40s and 50s and doing dang near impossible. I mean, the guy is obviously, he knows, he can put his money where his mouth is. And I really appreciate that. Like, that man is indeed incredibly physically fit. I think it's really interesting that, I think I want to give it another honest college try. So whoever wants to watch the cheese, screw you. I'm going to give it another try. I also don't know if I have enough poison knives for the try. I don't know. It was an Icelandic TV show, wasn't it? Like Iceland, the little country. Everybody loves Iceland. So actually, let me see. It's the thing from frickin'. I don't even know where you buy poison knives. So this is what it looks like. Isn't that fun? I don't know where you win. Usually he's supposed to just come back. So that's what the cheese looks like. You just do that over and over again until he dies. You just do that. Awesome. Let me kill these before. I don't know how many poison knives it takes to poison him. I'm pretty sure you can. Oh, hi, bud. No, no, wrong way. Wrong way. Wrong way. You don't want to go that way. Yeah, you want to go that way. Go that way. And then try to cut him off with the mirror. No, you don't want to go up there. Come on, brother. Oh, Pingus. Where are you? Yeah, okay. You want to go... Yeah, okay. Perfect. Yes, that way. You want to go that way. Iceland is also where Journey to the Center of the Earth takes place with Brendan Fraser of Mummy fame. Hey, it's me, Brendan Fraser from The Mummy. He is also in the new movie Rental Family. Stupid marionette, come here. It bleeds! Why doesn't he give rally if it bleeds? If it bleeds, you can kill it. Fantastic. Yeah, I don't want to hear about your beastly idiocy. Mine first. You're stupid. You're dumb. You're lame. You're evil. Come on, just beat him to death. Beat him to death. Yes! Tessa, you're leaving? Yeah, no reality. Maybe it's not real. No reality, no health. Oh dear. I had not. I love Mikolash's dialogue. Just kidding, you're not leaving yet. Well, I don't think we have too much stream in me left, honestly. This is a good hour, 30 minutes. Let's get our rock. Let's get our rock. That's what the entire purpose of the stream was, to get a rock. To get a lovely, lovely rock with which we will upgrade our amygdala arm. And then maybe we'll throw ourselves at the horse for a little bit. How about that? That feels like a good plan. That feels like a good plan. The main game contains one rock. Middle loft. Iron door left when you first enter. Are the enemies I ran past still alive? Are the enemies I ran past still alive? I hope not. I hope not. I'd rather them not be. How the frick do I get out of this place, brother? Brother! So there should be a room. Ooh. I think I hear the... Oh, my vertices exploded. I think I hear the wind picking up. I think we're about to get some storms, children. I think we're about to get some... So if I randomly disappear, you know why. If I randomly disappear, you know why. It's because I got picked up by the weather. Yeah, the enemies are still alive. Less than ideal. Less than. But that was Mikolash, host of the Nightmare, considered to be the worst boss in the game. And I gotta tell you, he's fine. He's perfectly fine. I think maybe it's just because the amygdalin arm could, like, hard stun lock him. Well, I feel like he was fine. What is everybody's thoughts on Mikolash, host of the Nightmare? I think he was fine. I think he was a perfectly fine boss. I think his dialogue carries. I think his music is a little too intense for what's actually happening. And woe befall me that I criticize Bloodborne's music. But I feel like his little tune was a little too much for what was actually happening. Needs more Benny Hill. He gets a pass because he's funny. Exactly, right? No, he's not the most amazing, like, technical boss fight in the game. But for what he's doing from, like, a character standpoint is too good to pass up. If you're here for, like, amazing bosses, does Mikolash pass? No! But is he really fun? Yes! He's really fun. Needs more Benny Hill. Yeah, I think the... might be a little bit too much for him. Might be a little bit too much for him. Might need to pass up on that one from Soft. No, it's good. It's good. It's good song. It's good song. I wouldn't listen to it out... Ow. Guys, we see it. Ooh. I'm gonna go crazy. Ow. Frenzy. Guys, we see it. How very exciting. Oh dear. This counts? We're gonna have to pump ourselves full of... So we're gonna have to get close to that brain. See it? Okay. Well, Ingus. This is gonna be... Well, we have a metric ton of... That might do. Yep. Okay, so this is gonna be a little bit difficult. We're gonna have to get from here all... Okay. Maybe... Okay. I have an idea. I have a little bit... A bit of a silly trumpet. Yes, you are exactly correct. I don't... Okay, so is trumpet a funny instrument? Kazoo is a funny instrument. Like, when I say... Okay, jaw harp is a funny instrument. Is this picked up? Is this picked up? Like, that would work, right? Like, that would be... Did that get picked up at all? That should be his song. That should be in the background, right? Like, imagine if he's going like, oh, awesome, and then it's just like... Like, that would be funny. That would be funny. Kazoo would be pretty funny. There's a lot of things that you could do that's silly. Hopefully that did indeed get picked up. Otherwise, there would just be moments of silence. The sound of silence. I don't know a lot of Simon and Garfunkel. I'm not a Simon and Garfunkel fan. Okay. Who, when you first heard Sound of Silence, were you introduced to it because of Simon and Garfunkel or the Disturbed version? The Disturbed version. Because I know Sound of Silence was used a lot in memes because of the "Hello Darkness, my old friend" is very memeable. But I think the first time I ever heard Sound of Silence was the Disturbed version. I don't know if that's sacrilegious, but it is the one that I remember being interested in. Maybe it's the first one that ever stuck that I was like, oh, this is a real song. We could make this easier on ourselves, actually. What has the best frenzy resistance? What has the best frenzy resistance? So far, it's the Hunter's Garb. What has the best frenzy resistance? 32? Did I see 32? The Graveyard Mask. What has the best frenzy resistance? Is it the Hunter Gloves? So far, it's the Hunter's Gloves. What has the best frenzy resistance? Is it the Hunter's Trousers? Why is everything... Wait. What? Everything but... Okay, this is the fit, I guess. This makes you the least likely to go crazy. This is what you wear if you don't want to lose your mind. Yeah. Okay. Holy bejesus. It's not working. It's not working, chat. Okay. Holy bejesus. Holy bejesus. Yeah, okay. I think we did it. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. Oh, man. Oh, dear God. Cat. There's one of them. Do they want me to suffer? Do they want me to suffer? Do they want me to suffer? Oh, dear God, did she get mad? 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 I don't have enough sedatives for this. Don't have enough sedatives. I know the best way to deal with winter lanterns, like the best way technically to deal with winter lanterns, is to time their grab where you parry it and then you get the visceral right as the frenzy meter fills. And once that happens, you do not take the damage from the frenzy meter and you most likely kill the winter lantern in the same instance. The problem is timing this. She sees me. She knows I'm here. Yes, ma'am. I'm here. Oh, here. You have... Yep, she knows I'm here. She knows I'm here. Come on. Come on. Come on, lady. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Turn around, bright eyes. Many eyes. This is less than ideal. Okay, let's see what we got. Are you guys still there? You didn't think I'd try the... Yeah, I don't like it either. I got a little worried there for a second because I was like, I didn't see any chats for a good, like, 5 minutes. I was like, did the storm knock me out? Did I get knocked out by the storm? Glad to see I did not get knocked out by the storm. We are still live. I am fine with that. I got a little bit worried that I got knocked out by the storm. Oh god. No! I don't like it, I don't like it, I don't like it, I don't like it. Okay, we really gotta make this work. Why is she so aggro? No, you're just quiet? Okay, yeah, I'm being really quiet now too, because for some reason, when you're quiet in the game, you're quiet in real life. Quiet in the game, you're quiet in real life. Does this really work? Will we... I feel like I was not undetectable the last time. The best thing we can hope for... Okay. We survive! Okay. There we go. That was not the best thing we could have hoped for. And we're out of sedatives. But... we got the choir bell. I don't know if that's what we wanted. Is that a key item or is that a tool? Is that a key item or is that a tool? Did we need that? Did we need that? Oh! Special hunter tool to the choir, higher ranking members of the church, fashioned after a bell that projects an arcane sound across planes of existence. The sound of this smaller, silver version of the bell does not cross planes, but grants vigor and healing to all cooperators. So you can heal your allies, but you can't heal yourself. That feels... lame? IMO? That feels lame? IMO? That is not particularly helpful for us. That is not particularly helpful for us. Okay, so... how do I get... I don't want to run across the brain again if I have no sedatives. We're gonna die if we do that. We're gonna die if we do that. That's the area with... that's the entryway. We're gonna figure this out, my friends. We gotta figure this out, Mike. I wanted... Are we gonna... yeah, we're gonna... Okay, so how do we deal with this? Okay, so... oh dear God. How do we knock the brain of Mensis down? Enter during the... oh no. We can't do that here. We have to do it later. My friends, we're gonna go back and we're gonna give a try to the horse. Yeah, smacking it, we die too fast. I know that there's a lever we can pull that will knock it down. I remember that. I do remember that. I have killed Mikolash before. But what we're gonna have to do is probably get rid of all our insight. And we have to get... why not let them be happy? Revel with babes. I'm wondering how bad I'm doing on, like, blood echoes and stuff like that. Blood echoes, if you will. I really like the idea of maxing out our... let's mess with our runes! We can finally get a better moon rune! Moon rune, moon rune, moon, 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 rune, moon, 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 moon. Moon, 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 moon. That's a lot of frenzy resistance. And then if we buy... You don't sell poison knife. Would have been really nice if you sold poison knife. Can't even use those. Numbingness is not that helpful. Pungent cocktails. I guess we're just gonna buy a bunch of twin shards. Buy one of these. Buy two of the... Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. And then now we're very beastly, and we should be more frenzy resistant. Yeah, we have a frenzy resistance of 445. How many do we have? Only 52. Okay, yeah. We need to do that. We need to do that, my friends. Time to go. And then, I guess we didn't grab the lamp after Mikolash, host of the nightmare. I guess we didn't grab the lamp after Mikolash, host of the nightmare. But it shouldn't be too bad to navigate his whole loft area. We gotta get this rock so that I can punch the horse to death. This is true. These things are true. I don't think Bloodborne, even after 40 strength, has that much scaling on our weapon. So there's really no major point to doing so. We need to go around now. Hi, Murgo. Bye, Murgo. Murgo. Murgo is a good name for a baby. What do you guys think? Murgo. Good baby name? I don't know if Murgo is a good, like, adult name. I feel like Murgo is a pretty good adolescent name, but... Murgo. Good name? Yes or no? I like Murgo. It's kind of cute. Oh, we don't need to go this way. Actually, we would rather not go this way. But look how much frenzy resistance we have compared to what we did. That's pretty good. I like that. But that's how much frenzy just seeing the eye directly does to you. Like, that is scary. That's really freaking scary. We don't have to deal with the puppets anymore, which is nice. Murgo, short for Murgitha. Murgitha. I was having so much trouble with that. Fun fact with Nintendo versus Power World suit. 26 patents Nintendo filed to screw over Power World. All got rejected. Well, at least patent law is doing its stuff. That's interesting. I know that copyright law is right now being heavily contested in many. I know that, like, Valve won something with copyright law, so multiple companies all under one massive trust filed a bunch of lawsuits with Valve, and I don't know if that's gonna go anywhere. But I hate companies, I guess some countries do it too, companies abusing IP law to destroy competition makes me riled up in a very specific kind of way. Because it's like, I don't necessarily despise IP law. I think like, it exists for a reason, right? It exists for a reason. But there are so many ways it gets abused that is just like, I don't know. It's disgusting to me. I don't like, because it's like, they abuse it so much that it gets to the point where people start to question whether it should exist at all. And I don't like that. I hate when that happens. Valve beat up a Rothschild or whatever. Yeah, exactly. The Rothschild Trust, who owns like 40-something companies. Britain. I don't know. There are so many legal loopholes to becoming a massive corporate conglomerate that is allowed to do whatever you want to people. And I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm interested to see what happens. Not that we should turn the stream into Thoughts on Politics hour, but I'm interested to see what happens because Montana, the Montana State Supreme Court is interested in doing a state banning on Citizens United. That's going to be fascinating. If Citizens United gets repealed state by state, that's going to be Very fascinating. Of course, the Supreme Court could ruin it for everyone else and just go, no, you can't repeal that. Screw you. But people want to get money out of politics. That's where you got to start. No, that is fascinating. Thank you for sharing that. I think Nintendo has incredibly powerful lawyers. Does Palworld have some big names looking to help them out on this one? I'm interested in the concept of that. Does Palworld have some people who... Do they have any big hitters? Or did they just go, we'll do our best? Alright, we need to go down here. This place is evil. This place is evil, evil. This place is evil. This place is evil, evil. This place is evil. And we have no sedatives. And we have no sedatives. We have Yosefka's blood vial. Sony was in works with Pocket Pair to make a media conglomerate thing like how Pokemon is. Yeah, and there's a Palworld card game in the works, and a series was... But doesn't Palworld have, like, guns? Wasn't the thing about Palworld was that it was kind of, like, edgy Pokemon? Or are they moving more toward, like, a child-friendly, like, you don't eat the pals and stuff like that because they want to be a massive media conglomerate? I don't know how it works. I don't know what their plan or their goal is. Are you coming? Oh, Pingus. Oh, man. Imagine if we had sedatives, kids. This is gonna hurt. Imagine if we had sedatives. But this much frenzy resistance makes us quite resistant to frenzy. You wouldn't believe it. But having max frenzy resistance makes us quite resistant to frenzy. I want... Oh. Video game? Uh-oh. Hello? Video game? Are we back? That was terrifying. Whoa, the reality broke for a second. Yes and no. Palworld is still with the guns and edgy for its style, but the flagship title is more akin to Ark Survival Evolved than it is Pokemon. That is really interesting. I don't know. Are they going? Are things good? Intense frenzy proc. We got procced with frenzy so hard the entire game almost gave up. Yes, we're good. We're back. We're back. That was really scary. Oh my gosh. I have never been able to get into games like Ark or games like... Oh, it sees me? How? How did it see me? This is gonna suck. I wish I had sedatives, chat. Will we finally get an actual... No, these things are so good at seeing where you're going. Finally. We finally got a backstab, though. We finally got a backstab, though. Alright, that wasn't that bad. It only took a lot of blood vials. Hey, we didn't even frenzy proc this time. Pop it up, pop, 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 pop it up, pop. Spiders. Spiders in my eye. Oh, they got men faces! Like patches! They got man faces. Spider students. And with bowl cuts. They have little bowl cuts. How horrible. Oh, I'm getting frenzied. Why am I getting frenzied? Did they frenzy me with a hit? Indeed, Cobalt. You hit the nail on the head. Spider-Man. Is this Spider-Man or Man-Spider? We watched Spider-Man the other night. It was an enjoyable watch. Spider-Man, Sam Raimi's Spider-Man is a lot of fun. Scariest part is the bowl cut. Ooh, that was scary. We almost just fell in that hole. We almost just fell in that hole, chat. We would have been ruined if we fell in that hole. We would have had to... We would have lost everything! To quote Mikalash. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Bran. Bye-bye. We delivered it unto the abyss. We delivered it unto the abyss. But do not worry. We'll be able to go talk to her. No, 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 no. Ma'am, ma'am, ma'am. 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 Great One's Wisdom. Arcane Blood Gem. Great One's Wisdom. Great One's Wisdom. Is this what we're looking for? Blood Rock! That has what been on the entire stream leading up towards Blood Rock. We did it. Everything has been leading up to this rock. Very nice. Alright, let's go back home. Let's go back home. Let's awaken. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. A little bit of Stephen Foster for all you kids. Sounds like a new genre of music. Blood rock. It's really popular with Korn, I think. Yep, blood rock. There's gotta be blood rock. Like, there's so many different types of rock and roll and metal. There's gotta be blood metal or blood rock. Like, there's gotta be at least one. I was thinking that blood rock sounds like an island. Guys, we can't talk to our doll. We can't talk to our doll because we're not crazy enough. Happy Stephen Foster for all who celebrate. Guys, we can't talk to our doll because we're not crazy enough. It feels targeted. What did you mean by that, FromSoft? Okay, we gotta get a little bit crazy so we can talk to our lady. We gotta get a little bit crazy so we can talk to our lady. Yes, channel blood echoes, please. More arcane, because we're gonna max out arcane. And then just a bunch of blood vials, because we're gonna go throw ourselves at the horse. At the horse. Let's throw ourselves at the horse. Let us go see. Let us go see. What is the +10? Yeah. Yeah. That's good damage, chat. That is lovely, lovely, lovely damage. Never mind! Game crash! Well, if it was to be this way, I guess we'll kill the horse next time. How about that? Oh, man. Yeah, I definitely think, well, it would have saved somewhere. It would have saved somewhere. Oh, lovely. Everything to get the rock and then foiled at the last possible moment. How lovely for all of us, my friends. How lovely for all of us. Well, with the rain and the storm and the fact that we got the rock, I will say that this was a victory. And I think it's time for us to go to bed. Thank you so much for watching, everyone who's here. I'm sorry about the technical difficulties, but what are you supposed to do? The game barely functions even on its home console. I always love when you guys come in to watch. I will be back tomorrow for more unstable Bloodborne gaming. Have a good night, everybody. Enjoy the wonderful sounds of the thunderstorm. Good night.